I really love the internet. It is the absolute gift that keeps on giving. You see, a couple of months ago, you had this controversy, which at first I believed it was created by fundamental Christians. But no, it was actually created by very progressive people that do not seem to like the pleasures of virtual flesh. You see, for some reason, if you go way too far to the left, you shake hands with Hitler from the other side of the horseshoe, because both the far left and the far right seems to have united themselves in this weird displeasure of the virtual titty. They do not like porn at all, right? So what ends up happening is that you have very progressive publications from California, like Polygon and Kotaku, attacking Steam, a gaming platform, because they had a couple of Japanese games that were risque in nature. Okay, it was way too much ara for them. So they wrote a lot of articles trying to attack Steam by pointing out how they don't enforce their rules, because at the time Steam didn't allow any type of lewdness on their website. So in his infinite wisdom, Gabe Newell managed to see an opportunity and said, you know what, why do we have rules that goes against hentai? Just allow the hentai on the platform. Just let it, like if they want to, just like, let's take their money. Why not? A very savvy and capitalistic entrepreneur, this Gabe Newell guy. So all of a sudden, much to the desperation of the progressive people, now you get to see games on Steam that, as long as they're legal in your country, you can purchase, download them, and play them. There's no problem with them. But with this comes a very lucrative industry, comes millions of dollars worth of money, and all of a sudden, all of these very progressive people, that were against pornography, all of a sudden they're like, you know what, maybe it's not so bad, like maybe we need to co-opt this industry, maybe we need to use the barnacles and try to influence and subvert it like they did with video games. So all of a sudden, you have, like, I literally know the same people, like literally the ones that were outraged that Steam is allowing lewdness on their platform, they're now in the discords of game developers that are trying to create art, and they're tone policing. They're making absolute sure that everything is pristine and up to their liking. And this is exactly why, like 100% why, I do not do promotional advertisement on my channel. And this is the exact same reason why Tim Pool, Mini Beanie, he's not doing any sort of endorsement on his channel either. Because what happens is that when you do something like this, if you're stupid enough to do it, then you have all these progressive people shaming the company, right? And when the company gets shamed, their HR team goes like, like if we just distance ourselves from this creator, it's better for us. But it's not usually good for the creator. So you might have the correct heart. You might put your soul into helping a company that is then going to throw you under the bus. And I have seen it happen. Tim Pool has seen it happen. And this is why I do not endorse anything on my channel. Okay? Do not buy anything. Everything is bad. Do not, V doesn't purchase anything. Be like V, do not consume. Because here's the problem, right? Let's say Tim Pool would go on and he would advertise Coca-Cola. Huh? Well, what ends up happening is that then you get like these people that literally have no job or any other purpose in life than to ruin other people. And they would organize themselves on Twitter or on Tumblr or whatever it is they organize on, and then call the company to pressure it to drop Tim Pool because, I don't know, racismus or whatever is popular word that time of the month, right? If it was like 4 years ago, it would have been Tim Pool is a misogynist. Now misogyny doesn't matter anymore, I guess. No one uses it. So now it's racismus. 4 years from now, I have no idea what's going to be, but clearly another buzzword. So when the company gets bombarded with these types of messages, they will say, oh, well, we are really sorry. We didn't know that Tim is a racist. And now they're slandering his name. Now they're attacking his character. Now you have a big corporation that is making a public statement attacking the guy's character. And do you see why it's not worth it? Like, do you see? Because you can't defend yourself. Like, that's the main problem with cancel culture. You don't get a lawyer. You don't get to show evidence. You don't get to challenge this in court. No, it's just like a reputation-based system. And when a company says something negative about you, oh, you better care that people are going to take notice. And this is what happens with Arch. Alright, now you got Subverse, which is a very interesting upcoming hentai game. Well, I mean, the graphics are astonishing. They have the correct sense of humor. But they got banned from Patreon. You know, like, this is what shocks me. Like, they got shafted by the progressives in the beginning. And people like Arch took pity on them. Okay, he looked down at them, at the little developer in need, and decided to put it up on his channel and advertise from them. And how did they treat him? Well, like this. Hello, my darlings. This post is being made in order to address some controversy that has occurred as a result of our release announcement. We had an opportunity to showcase the game and have an interview with a YouTuber that has 250,000 subscriber channel. This person was Arch, a Warhammer 40k content creator. Due to his communication, the quality of his content and subscriber count, we decided to work with him. But as a company that produces the lewd arts, such an opportunity is difficult to come by, and we were happy to find someone that would help us. We were not aware at the time that he had made such racist and controversial statements in the past. We only became aware of it today upon posting the announcement due to our comments, which happened in the last few hours. Perhaps it was naive, but we didn't believe that YouTube could allow such beliefs to be expressed due to their content policy, so we did not look into his background as much as we could have. It is our mistake. To be clear, we do not agree with the statement made by Arch. Our personal beliefs and politics could not be further from this. We are now and have always been in an inclusive community, which is reflected in the rules of our Discord and the work of our moderating team. Do you know what the comments are? I personally don't know what the comments are. I mean, you know, I find it difficult to believe that the comments would be more edgy than what South Park has. I mean, it's 2020, so I don't know. I grew up with Beavis and Butthead. I grew up with Jackass. I grew up with these edgy shows. And I see a lot of edgy people that climb the ladder getting famous by being edgy, and then kicking the ladder for everyone else and saying, no, you can't make edgy jokes anymore. Everything you say is 100% serious, and, you know, like, everything you say is 100% offensive. And all of this takes place in 2020 when faking Discord logs or Twitter DMs is incredibly easy. And again, you don't get a chance to defend yourself. You're not going to see Arch being allowed to look at the accusation of being offensive and having an opportunity to defend himself. No, it's not going to happen. Alright, so like, look, I watch Arch's channel. The guy does lore videos. He talks about video games. He talks about Warhammer. He's not a racist. Like, if he is, 230,000 people are watching. Are you going to ban every one of them? Because, like, clearly they're watching a race, so they're partaking it. They create the institutionalized institution, huh? Now, this literally upset me, because, first of all, I really like the company. Like, I like the game that they're making, and I'm just really bored of the staleness in the industry. Like, literally, all the games that are coming out are on an assembly line. They lack anything of offense. They lack any creativity. They lack edginess. I grew up with South Park and Beavis and Butthead. I want some edginess in my life. And here you have a company that promises to deliver. Now, here's the problem that I literally have to ask. And, you know, you need to question the morality of this company. Because, first of all, you do realize that when you're going to release this game, the same people that are outraged now are going to dogpile you on Twitter for having the audacity to compete with their brands. Because at the end of the day, it's all about the money. Don't think that this has anything to do with morality or anything like that. So it's going to be the same people that are now offended that the people at Subverse did an interview with Arch that are going to be offended that the game is even released to begin with. And secondly, alright, like, what do you actually want? Like, do you want to be appreciated by polite society? Do you want Polygon and Kotaku to look at you and, you know, like, not distance themselves from you? They're already distant from you. You're not going to get in polite society. You're making a hentai game. What is wrong with you people? No one is going to talk about your game at the Thanksgiving dinner. No one is going to mention your game at the Christmas. Little Billy is not going to get your game into a Christmas package. You're already a subculture. Why are you appeasing to these people that are perpetually going to be offended. They're not going to all of a sudden go like, you know what, yeah, no, those people at Subverse, yeah, they're upstanding, moral, decent people. The type of person that I would want to beat my mother. But yeah, anyway, so as I'm making the video, apparently they took down that, so they realized that it's a mistake. I guess the logs must have been fake, huh? I guess they must have given to an outrage culture. Because here's the thing, when you're a YouTuber and you don't have a corporation to back you, you get a lot of haters. The moment you associate with the brand, they're going to try to take you down. They're going to spam that brand with random stuff. And to me, it's something baffling that they didn't speak with Arch to begin with. So, you know, I hope they work this out. Again, like, I like upstarting developers. I want to cover their stuff on my channel and get my friends to cover their stuff as well. Because they're not going to get coverage anywhere else. And if it's a legitimate good game, if it's a legitimate good product, I have nothing against telling people about it. Might not be for everyone, you know, like some people might be squeamish at it. But at the end of the day, we're all adults here. You know, like if this industry would have been so impolite and so improper, it wouldn't make millions of dollars on a Kickstarter. You know, you wouldn't even have this industry to begin with if literally everyone was about it. So let's cut the crap. You know, let's have this mature conversation here. But, you know, like treat the few people that are actually going to cover you and the few people that haven't attacked you for what you're doing, treat them with a little bit more respect. You know, like at least talk with the people before accusing them of that nonsense. Because I wouldn't be surprised if some publication like Polygon or Kotaku would now make an article saying, ah, look, this YouTuber, he has been accused by Subverse, multi-million-dollar company. Why is he still on YouTube? Control your moderator team. Control them. Just like the government controls me when I'm leaving the house and I have to put them... Control your moderator team. Sanitize them. No, that's a legitimate advice, okay, for a company like Subverse. Just make sure that the people that, you know, try to cover you, don't bite their hand. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. It's not... and do your research before. You know, don't want to work with Arch, that's fine. But, like, research him before. And once you did it, stick to your guns. Anyway, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the comment section.